A very good afternoon to all of you. Um, Today, while I speak on a particular subject, it really pains me, and also it's a cause of a lot of distress to me as a mother, also as a woman, when I expose this entire issue that has come forward. And this news is coming from Assam, which is not just painful, it's ugly, as well as dirty truth of the trafficking that is happening in Assam, and how young tribal girls from Assam, under the garb of better education by three affiliates of the Sangh Parivar, that is Rashtriya Sevika Samiti, Vidya Bharati and Seva Bharati, have come to the fore. A detailed investigation and documentary evidence has established how the Sangh Parivar and these affiliates have, with impunity, broken laws that exist under the Juvenile Justice Act of 2000, have broken laws internationally under the UNHCR, as well as a Supreme Court order which happened in 2010, which was delivered in 2010, has also been broken. And under the garb of education, these girls have been taken away from their families to other states, and these girls are as young as 3 and going up to 11 years of age. A Supreme Court order clearly states this, that anyone below the age of 12 in 2 states of Assam and Manipur cannot be taken out of their states or cannot be sent out of the states for educational purposes as well. So defying the Supreme Court order, we've had these 3 Seva Samitis who have taken 31 girls, and yet till now, despite many consistent requests coming from various state commissions, they haven't ensured that the girls return back to their homes. Order to return these children to Assam, including those from Assam State Commission for Protection of Child Rights, the Child Welfare Committee Kokrajhar, the State Child Protection Society and Childline, Delhi and Patiala, both were violated with impunity by Sangh Parivar run institutions with active connivance of the BJP ruled governments of Gujarat and Punjab. Facts will not only shock and stun the collective conscience, but are deeply distressing and disturbing as well. More so when, despite it being followed up aggressively, nothing has been done about it. I would just want to go through the sequence of events which have happened in the last 2015, last 1 year, since 2015. So on the 9th of June, 31 tribal girls between the age of 3 and 11 from 5 border districts of Assam were taken to Delhi on a train. The 5 border districts being Kokrajhar, Golpara, Dhubri, Chirang and Bongaigaon. These are the 5 border district states where these girls were picked up from and taken to Delhi. On 11th June, when these girls reached Delhi, along with the Rashtriya Sevika Samiti Pracharika Sandhya, were rescued by Childline Delhi. They were taken to Paharganj police station. But on a dubious order coming from CWC Surendranagar, and with clear political pressure coming from, we have a question with regards to that. Who are the people who are putting in this kind of political pressure? The girls were sent off to their destinations, which is in Gujarat and in Punjab. On 16th June, as soon as this came to notice, when Childline who had apprehended these girls and were asked to send back to their particular state, despite not following that or adhering to that, Assam State Commission for Protection of Child Rights unequivocally termed it as child trafficking and in clear contravention of the Juvenile Justice Act of 2000, and directed the Assam police and others to bring back the 31 children to Assam for restoration to their to their parents. We are going to be giving these annexures as well, which will give you an idea as to how with impunity laws have been broken. 17th June, which is the next day, Gujarat Samachar comes out with a news story which says 20 girls have been adopted by Saraswati Shishu Mandir in Halwar because these girls have been orphaned during the recent floods in Assam. This is the excuse that they have given, that these are orphaned girls. However, these girls are not orphaned. They have families back home in Assam. These girls have been taken without an NOC And on demanding an NOC a month later, an NOC is signed by these parents. They made these parents sign NOCs. NOCs are in English. The parents are not educated. They have been made to sign it. It says they are landless. They are living in camps because of a riot that affected that particular area in January 2015. However, there has been no riot. If you look at the timeline, no riot in Assam around those dates. And these are not people living in camps. They have proper homes. So these are clear, lies that have been spread across, have been used to get these girls out of Assam. Ms. Kumud Kalita, she's the state child protection from the State Child Protection Society has written to both CWCs of Kokrajhar and Gosaigaon saying that Childline had mentioned this, had tried to get these girls back home. Yet due to immense political pressure, they have been sent to the destinations of Gujarat and Punjab. You'll have to ensure that you'll write to them and get them back. These CWCs write to the CWC Surendranagar, however, nothing is heard from them, or neither are these girls brought back. Again, we'll be sharing these annexures. When Childline Patiala goes to interact with these 11 girls in the school mentioned, which is Mata Gujri Kanya Chhatravas, Patiala, it is found that the home is illegal and the girls are living in conditions which are not approved by Juvenile Justice Society. As well as they are not even registered under the Juvenile Justice Act. They are registered under Societies Act, which is again illegal to hold these 11 girls who are minor girls under Societies Act. So this is clear, defiance of law, clear defiance of all the framework that exists to protect our children. So this is how it goes. Even in 23rd June, Ms. Vasuben Trivedi, Gujarat's Minister of State for Women and Child Development from the Bharatiya Janata Party, endorses the adoption of these 20 orphan girls from Assam and calls it the pride of Gujarat, despite knowing that these girls are not orphaned and these girls have been brought there without permission from their parents. Now, as of now in July 2016, these 31 girls are still not back in Assam. Their hapless parents are now desperate. Like I mentioned, the laws that have been broken and flagrant violation of these laws. There's a Supreme Court law which I spoke about in the year 2010 expressly directed the states of Manipur and Assam to ensure that no child below the age of 12 or those at primary school levels are sent outside for pursuing education to other states. Article 9, which India has ratified to, of the United Nations Convention on Rights of Children, clearly mandates that children must not be separated from their parents unless it is in the best interest of the child. So the Juvenile Justice Act also mandates an NOC. Like I said, NOC comes only after the girls have been taken away after immense pressure coming from Assam State Commission. Case history and individual plan to be taken from the local child welfare committee. Again, this has been totally ignored by these RSS Sevikas and Sangatans. So we have some questions for this government, for both Modi government, the BJP and the Sangh Parivar. We would want to ask the Prime Minister, considering he has been speaking a lot about Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, is this his version of Beti Padhao, where these children who are as tiny as 3 years of age, are being indoctrinated in Hindutva way of living? So these are few questions. Is this BJP RSS idea of inculcating education and protecting our children? Would the BJP now ensure, considering that everybody is speaking about it, that these 31 children are brought back to their homes, who have been taken away from their parents without any permission or without any due law and process being followed? Considering we have a BJP government in Assam, will the BJP government in Assam take action against RSS and all these affiliated groups that we have mentioned for flagrantly violating the law in order to take these underage children away from their parents? Will the BJP government of Gujarat take action against RSS and Shishu Vidyalaya, where 20 of the 31 girls are still staying and are being indoctrinated in various, I would say, old, outdated education, where they're glorifying things like sati? So these are a few questions we have of the Gujarat government as well. Considering BJP also happens to be in power in Punjab, will they take proactive action against the Mata Gujri Kanya Chhatravas, which is not even registered under the Juvenile Justice Act of 2000 and is illegally keeping 11 of the girls in abysmal conditions. Will the BJP government finally at the centre, as also of Gujarat and Punjab, take action against RSS workers, its affiliate organizations for defying the Juvenile Justice Act of 2000, as well as Protection of Child Rights Act of 2005 under the Indian Penal Code and various other laws? So these are a few questions that we have of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Considering this has been discussed and this has come out in the open, would BJP proactively ensure that these girls are reunited with their family? Will the RSS answer as to how and why they have defied all laws to take these 31 girls away? What is also more important to note is these are 31 girls that have come to notice because of intense investigation. How many more girls are out there who have been taken away without permission from their parents, without any kind of information given to their parents, without getting NOC from these parents, and using lies as a basis of taking the children away and indoctrinating them in subject or in educating them into something which any normal child is not exposed to. So these are a few questions that we have of both RSS and the Bharatiya Janata Party, as well as their alliance partners in Punjab, as to why were they actively keeping quiet despite various notices coming from Assam state government, as well as state commission, as well as the various CWCs of these 5 districts. So these are a few questions, and I think Shobha ji would like to add a few things.
देखिए, ह्यूमन ट्रैफिकिंग का जो गंदा खेल प्रियंका जी ने अभी आपको बताया, किस तरह से गरीब परिवारों के बच्चों को झूठ बोल के आरएसएस द्वारा संचालित स्कूलों में दाखिल कराया गया, घर से इतनी दूर, जब 3 साल से लेके 11 साल के बच्चे इस तरह से, कहाँ आसाम है, कहाँ गुजरात है, कहाँ पंजाब है, पटियाला में ले जाके रखा गया। साफ तौर पे तमाम जो कानून बने हैं चाइल्ड राइट्स के, उनको वायलेट करते हुए उन्हें इन 31 बच्चों को ले जाके रखा गया है और तमाम लॉज वायलेट हुए हैं। और सबसे बड़ी बात कि जो एक एनओसी होना चाहिए, जब इतना छोटा बच्चा अपने माता पिता से दूर किया जाता है, तो वो एनओसी कहीं भी, ये जो साथ लेके जा रही थी आरएसएस की प्रचारिका संध्या, इनके पास नहीं था। और वो एनओसी 1 महीने बाद पेरेंट्स से साइन कराया गया। जो गरीब व्यक्ति है, वो अशिक्षित है, वो अंग्रेज़ी में नहीं पढ़ सकता कि क्या लिखा है, तो एफिडेविट की एक कॉपी इसमें आप लोग को लगा के दी जा रही है, जो साफ तौर पे अंग्रेज़ी में है एफिडेविट। उस पर सिग्नेचर लिया गया है एक बच्चे के, ये 31 बच्चों में से एक बच्चे के पेरेंट्स का, तो वो आपको दी जा रही है, जो क्लियर करेगा किस तरह से गुमराह करके इन बच्चों को पेरेंट्स से लिया गया था और एक विचारधारा बदलने की मानसिकता से इन बच्चों को शिशु मंदिरों में रख के पढ़ाया जा रहा है, क्या करा जा रहा है। और ये 31 बच्चे वो हैं जो पकड़ाए गए थे। इसके अलावा कितने बच्चे हैं जो पूरे देश से इस तरह से ह्यूमन ट्रैफिकिंग के द्वारा लाए जा रहे हैं और किन किन शिशु विद्यालयों में पढ़ाए जा रहे हैं, उनके साथ क्या हो रहा है, ये एक शोध का विषय है और एक बहुत गंभीर विषय है। ये असम ही नहीं, नॉर्थ ईस्ट के तमाम क्षेत्रों से और भी बच्चे आ रहे हैं। झारखंड, छत्तीसगढ़ ट्राइबल बेल्ट्स हैं, जो ये बच्चे भी, जो 31 बच्चियाँ पकड़ी गई थी, ये भी ट्राइबल गरीब बच्चियाँ थी जो पकड़ी गई थी। और इसके बावजूद कि दिल्ली में जब ये पकड़ी गई थी, सुषमा विज करके चेयरपर्सन थी इसी चाइल्ड वेलफेयर कमेटी की, उनने शोर मचाया, उसको भी दरकिनार कर दिया गया था, उस पर भी ध्यान नहीं दिया गया था। और ये बच्चे सौंप दिए गए थे गुजरात के शिशु मंदिर के लिए और पटियाला के शिशु मंदिर के लिए, जो आरएसएस द्वारा दोनों संचालित स्कूल्स हैं, वहाँ सौंप दिए गए थे। और साफ तौर पे असम के अधिकारियों ने शोर मचाया था कि ये चाइल्ड ट्रैफिकिंग है, उसको भी नज़रअंदाज किया गया, कोई एक्शन नहीं लिया गया। और ये छोटे बच्चे अभी भी घर नहीं पहुँचे हैं। क्या वजह है? क्या असम में बिल्कुल शिक्षा की सुविधाएं नहीं है कि इतने छोटे बच्चे, गरीब बच्चों को अपने माता पिता से छीन कर इतनी दूर के प्रदेशों में आखिर कौन सी ऐसी शिक्षा पा रहे हैं ये बच्चे जो आसाम में उपलब्ध नहीं है। आरटीई के तहत शिक्षा का अधिकार देश के हर प्रदेश में है, उसके बावजूद और साफ तौर पे झूठ कहा गया है कि राइट हिट परिवारों के ये बच्चे हैं। ये बच्चे के पेरेंट्स वहाँ शिविरों में रह रहे हैं, जबकि ये बिल्कुल गलत पाया गया है। ये राइट हिट परिवारों के बच्चे नहीं हैं, न तो इनके माता पिता कोई शिविर में रह रहे हैं या अपने घरों में रह रहे हैं। साफ तौर पे जो सामने आ रहा है कि आरएसएस का एक हिडन एजेंडा साफ तौर पे नज़र आ रहा है, जो कि छोटे बच्चों को शुरू से जो मानसिकता परिवर्तन और एक जो विचारधारा से जोड़ने की जो मुहिम आरएसएस बीजेपी की रहती, हमने देखा है शाखाओं में भी कितनी छोटी उम्र से ये बच्चों को दाखिल करते हैं और किस तरह से उनका ब्रेन वॉश करके एक सीमित सोच के तहत उसको बड़ा करते हैं। उसी के तहत ये एक षड्यंत्र दिख रहा है, पर साफ तौर पे ये चाइल्ड ट्रैफिकिंग का बहुत बड़ा ये एक षड्यंत्र नज़र आ रहा है, जिसके तहत इतने छोटे बच्चे, सोचिए 3 साल से 11 साल का बच्चा जिसके लिए परिवार सबसे ज़रूरी है, जिसके लिए माता पिता सबसे ज़रूरी है, आखिर क्या वजह है कि उन्हें छीन कर आसाम जैसे जो भाषा भी मैं समझती हूँ हिंदी भाषा का भी जिन्हें ज्ञान ना होगा, जिन्हें केवल अपनी लोकल लैंग्वेज आती होगी, उनको इतनी दूर से पकड़ के लाना और फिर दिल्ली में जब पकड़ा गए तो कोई केस नहीं बनना, ये अपने आप में बहुत सारे प्रश्न चिन्ह लगाता है कि दिल्ली में जब चाइल्ड राइट एक्टिविस्ट ने इन्हें पकड़ा, पुलिस ने इन्हें पकड़ा, उसके बाद चाइल्ड ट्रैफिकिंग का केस क्यों नहीं बना और क्यों इन्हें आरएसएस के लोगों को अलग अलग संगठनों को सौंप दिया गया। ये बच्चे क्यों वापस बार बार आसाम प्रदेश के ने शोर मचाया, बार बार इन्हें पत्राचार इनसे किया, उसके बावजूद इन्हें वापस आसाम क्यों नहीं भेजा गया, ये सब एक बहुत बड़ा प्रश्न चिन्ह खड़ा कर रहे हैं। और ऐसा लगता है कि जो प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जो बेटी बचाओ और बेटी पढ़ाओ, कहीं इसी ट्रैफिकिंग को तो नहीं नाम दिया प्रधानमंत्री जी ने बेटी बचाओ और बेटी पढ़ाओ का, कि कहाँ से पकड़ के लाए बच्चे और कहाँ किस प्रदेश में ले जाके उनके साथ क्या हो रहा, उनके माता पिता से उनका कोई संपर्क है या नहीं है, ये भी बड़ा एक प्रश्न चिन्ह है। तो ये एक बहुत ही गंभीर विषय है जिसको लेके आज चिंता जताई जा रही है। और ये तो केवल मैं बार बार कह रही हूँ कि 31 बच्चे पकड़ाए हैं, ऐसे कितने बच्चे हैं जो इस तरह से अलग अलग ट्राइबल बेल्ट से गरीब परिवेश से उठा के पकड़ के लाके शिशु मंदिरों में भर्ती किए जा रहे हैं दूसरे राज्यों में। ये एक बहुत बड़ा चिंता का विषय है।